Hello everybody. Want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. Aloha, aloha, aloha. And I use the word aloha a good bit in some of the work that I do in the shamanic training. And there's so many definitions of aloha. One definition that I really love that is a little bit funny, but it's so appropriate. And they say, I will share my coconuts with you. And in many ways, that is the aloha spirit, sharing. And that's what we will all want to be there. And we can see it a good bit in what we are doing in this moment, in these times, is being able to share not only our resources, but also our love, our connection. And that's a really beautiful thing. So I want to thank you for coming and sharing this moment with everybody that's here. As you know, the meditations that we do is also on the Mystic Path page. I've started also a YouTube channel, which is Don Reed Simmons at YouTube. And I've put a few of those on YouTube as well. Yesterday's midday meditation had a very big impact on many, many people. Very deep, very healing. And I'm so glad that took place. There's a tremendous amount of healing that we can do right here, right now, which really is a part of today's meditation, which is about finding home. When we find home, that is that place where we are free from any form of feeling harmed or any form of feeling anger. And in the Christian tradition, today being Good Friday, or I like to call it Long Friday, because it's a really long day if you think about facing the death. But in this day is the day where they consider that Jesus was crucified. And it started at 12 noon. They oftentimes will hold sacred space from 12 noon to 3 o'clock. And here we are at 12 noon holding that sacred space. Finding home is in that place where you die to yourself of all of the things that could hold you back. There have been several times in my life where I felt like, this is it. I'm going home. I may not make another day. And it's happened several times. And I've thought, wow, all of the little things in life really are extremely little. Very small. And so when you die to yourself, when you get to that place of finding your emotional home, you are free from what I say, guilt, shame, blame, resentment, anger, remorse, judgment, and limitation. Devoid of those things, you are in your natural state. As you are born, you're not born with anger or guilt or shame or resentment or remorse or blame or even limitation. You're born free into the world. And so when we find home, we're going back to that place. And it all begins with forgiveness. Forgiveness. And it doesn't matter who did what to who. When you hold any form of guilt, shame, blame, resentment, remorse, anger, judgment, or limitation, that is holding you on to this earthly bound thing that is not even has any joy. And so forgiveness is the key to freedom. Jesus said it on the cross. Forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. And so we can do the same thing with those who we feel have transgressed us, or even when we feel we have transgressed someone else. asking for forgiveness, it is done immediately. Let go. Come into forgiveness and find home. As we come into meditation, allow yourself to just be and breathe. And as you find yourself breathing, recognize those places within yourself that may hold some form of guilt or shame. And let yourself say this moment, I let go of any guilt or shame in my life. What was done is done, and I release myself from guilt and shame. As you come into blaming or resentment, recognize how we as humans have a tendency to blame someone or maybe even hold resentment. Let go of the blame. There's no need for it. Take full responsibility of yourself. Take full responsibility of everything that takes place, not only with yourself, but for the whole world. Take it on. Because you know you can bring that in and transform it. So any form of blame or resentment, see how you can let that go. What was in the past is of the past. Any resentment you have held no longer serves you moving forward. Remorse. What have you not done that you wanted to do? What is it that you've done that you didn't think you should have done? And so remorse is a very big thing within our body, within our mind, holding us in the future or keeping us in the past. By being fully present in the here and now, there is no remorse. Recognizing that what was done is done, and what will be, will be. If there is something you would like to achieve that you've not achieved, you are born right here in this moment to do it. That it no longer becomes a sense of desire, it becomes a sense of action. So any form of remorse of what you have done in the past or what you have not done in the future, see how you can drop that. There's no need. When it comes to anger and judgment, what are you judging? Who are you judging? How do you judge yourself? And remember, there is a difference between discernment and judgment. And so how can you go from a judgment, which is an emotional attachment, to just a simple discernment and acknowledgement? Who or what are you judging? And how does that bring anger into your life? And see that and say, please forgive me for any judgment or anger I've had. And allow that to simply slip away. Living in the present moment, in that divine reflection of light of who you are. Limitation. We have a tendency to limit ourselves. That is not what God, Source, wants of us. To be the highest expression of divine light is who we are. Allow that light to shine. Do not hide your talent under a bush, as they say. Where are you playing small in the world? And consider that. For whatever reason, and that's okay, for whatever reason of the past, your past does not measure up to your present or future. What limitations have you put on yourself? And how do you free yourself from those chains of limitations? Break free from the chains of limitation. You are here to shine. You are here to be a bold expression of divine light in the exact, perfect, and beautiful way of who you are. Whether you are an accountant or a writer or a teacher, or you are retired, or you cut the grass, or whatever you do, be bold. Be great in the expression of you. There is no limitations. The ropes, the chains are off. You are free to fly about the world, letting all of that go. Great Spirit, we ask for forgiveness of any guilt or shame or blame, any resentment, remorse, any anger, judgment, of any limitations we have placed on ourselves or others. Through forgiveness we are free, free to fly, and free to be a bold expression of divine light on earth. Great Spirit, allow this freedom to be a new beginning as we die into our old ways, letting go of those old patterns of ourself. Any form of fear, addiction, letting it go. Any form of habit, letting it go. Free in this moment to live fully present. As you simply breathe, recognize that all of life is balance. Finding balance, being in balance. That is being home. As you come into balance with forgiveness, with compassion, with love. Great Spirit, thank you for the opportunity of letting myself die away of the old patterns, the old habits, the old ways of thinking, so that I may be refreshed in a new beginning, a new state of awareness. Thank you. Recognizing your own body, your own self, right here and right now, and just sort of scan your body and see how lighter you are now. Freedom from guilt, shame, blame, resentment, remorse, anger, judgment, and limitation. Stay in this present moment, and you are free. And so it is. If you need to leave in this moment to go about the task and duties of your day, go with peace and go with freedom. Go with forgiveness and forgive everyone that you meet today, regardless of what they have done, for they too are carrying their own burdens and perhaps not able to see their own burdens. But we can forgive them of that anyway, as we forgive ourselves. Move forward within your life knowing that you are loved beyond measure, and allow a part of your soul and spirit to stay with us if you would like, as we continue the work of healing and releasing. Thank you, and thank you. As we continue on in healing and releasing, Great Spirit, we know there is suffering in the world. We know there is confusion. And we recognize this confusion, this suffering, is a product of our own self. Allow us to be released of the suffering and confusion, as healing of the mind, the body, and the spirit now begins to take place. As you have witnessed completely clear of those elements of guilt and shame and blame, resentment, remorse, anger, judgment, and limitation. As you feel that lightness of yourself, bring in the light of God, the light of Great Spirit, the light of Archangel Raphael, the divine healer. And allow that to fill every muscle, every nerve, every cell, every atom of your body, to where you become that light of healing. You become that light of Archangel Raphael. You become that light of Great Spirit, where we die of ourselves in order to bring in that divine light. Truly the essence of healing. Allow the spirit of yourself to move throughout the land wherever it may be. It may be your neighbor across the street, or the person that comes to pick up the trash, or the person at the CVS or drugstore. It may be the person that's there in the convenience store, or the chef, or the dishwasher, or the person that sweeps the floor in the hospital or doctor's office. Or it may be the intern at the veterinarian's office. We ask for a healing of mind, body, and spirit, that there may be an ease, a comfort. And we ask especially for those who are struggling in the face of true adversity, who are without shelter, without food, those who may find themselves in truly dangerous situations at home. May there be peace and safety, and may those aggressors may have an immediate sense of amnesia, so they simply fall asleep for a moment. And may they find their way. And may those who are suffering those hands of destruction find a new path, a new roadway to their higher peace. And to those who are suffering from that state of not being able to just take the world the way it is, may they find comfort in knowing we are healing and they are healing as well. As we heal ourselves, others around the world heal. May they find peace, peace of mind, peace of heart. May all those who suffer, all those who are in a situation of physical disparity, discomfort, infuse the entire globe now with the light of your mind, your body, your spirit, and feel that light moving into the earth and touching everything it touches, through the feet of the humans and the animals and the plants. And it moves into every muscle and nerve and cell and atom of every being on earth. And it literally becomes brighter and stronger, that anything that is not of their highest good is simply pushed away, returning to Mother Earth, so Mother Earth can then allow that to transpose itself into something beautiful, like a flower or a tree or a blade of grass. And that all things find that moment of healing in every moment. May those who are on the front line find that sense of peace, of calm, in knowing the work they do is for the greater good. And may there be truth, integrity in the work they do. And may those who are out fighting the fires, may those who are in ambulances be free from the suffering and the heartache of so many. May the leaders of the globe and may their advisors be filled with the sense of integrity and right action. May they too feel healing of the mind, of the body, and especially of the spirit. That right thought and right action is the right place to be. Finding the balance of healing and freedom. As we find that balance within us, healing moves into the world. And every being on earth feels the light of healing growing within them, as we feel the light of healing growing within ourselves. And for those who have recently passed, or those who are on the precipice of passing from this earthly plane to the next, fear not. There are those who are on the other side that are waiting for you with open arms to embrace you. You are loved beyond measure. And any thought of anything that you feel needs to transpire before you go, recognize it is already done. And those who are here on earth holding that energy, may you be released, knowing that whatever has taken place, you are forgiven as are they. That you are loved, as are they. You are at peace, as are they. And we feel and see and allow the portal door to be open, so those who have passed and those who are on the precipice of passing can move easily and effortlessly from one plane of existence to the next. And they are embraced by loved ones and pets and friends in Great Spirit. As we feel and see and experience that portal door opening, completely open now, the light of divine love comes through. As we hold that space, chanting the word, if you would like, a call, which is used in the tradition of Kundalini to allow the peaceful transition, or just by simply saying, I let go. A call. A call. A call. Just breathe. As we allow and see and feel those who are ready to move to that other plane of existence, be greeted by loved ones on the other side, and gently moved into the arms of loving light. And those who remain on earth, be free from the suffering of loss and separation, knowing they are at a beautiful table of friends, loved ones, and Great Spirit. And their heart and soul stays with us with their wisdom, their laughter, their light. And we just say thank you for being on this earth. Thank you for your teachings. And I take that wisdom of the entire earth plane, bringing it into myself. I feel the wisdom growing, and I now truly choose that path of compassion, releasing and letting go, free at last. And so it is. As you take a deep breath in, a relaxing breath out, coming back into the room, moving your hands and feet a little bit, coming back up, breathing deep, moving everything out of your system, clear and clean, recognizing the wisdom of those who have passed. Whether you know them or not, you're in the collective consciousness. And their lessons, whether they were your lessons or not, now sort of reaffirm your place on earth, what you are doing. Let yourself die to your old ways. Let yourself be free from all of the suffering of your past. Let go. Come into the recognition that you are here for a purpose, and that purpose is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this opportunity. Thank yourself for all that you are doing, be it a smile to a neighbor, waving at the person delivering the mail, bringing just a simple light of joy to someone. Call a friend up. Call a stranger up. In your mind, pray to someone you've had difficulty with and forgive them. Forgive them. Forgive them. And when you forgive them, you are forgiving yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is going to be a beautiful weekend. I hope you join me both Saturday and Sunday, especially, as it feels that the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this was planned actually before I recognized that it was Easter weekend. It's going to be a powerful weekend. So stay with us. Every day, 12 noon, come back again. Tell your friends, come join us. I love you, I love you, I love you. Mwah. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, 12 noon. Bye-bye.